We have Leaf Mobile. Ticker is on the Toronto Exchange. Leaf, that's a nice one you got there. This is the CEO of Leaf, Darcy Taylor. What's happening, Darcy?
Not much. How about you? Looking forward to a weekend, I would say.
Always looking. I mean, I like Benzinga. I like when we're at work. We got some great people here. We're building some great stuff. So, I'm excited to be here, but I do love my weekends, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, sun is shining here, so we're waiting to get outside and enjoy the mountains of Vancouver.
Looks like you got a very nice cityscape behind you there. You said you're in Vancouver.
Correct.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I will stop taking up your valuable time here and I will let you have at it, sir.
Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for allowing me to present today. So let me light this up. Obviously, we have some forward-looking statements, some boilerplate here, but let's jump right into it and sort of set the stage by highlighting our accessible market. So very simply, we're a mobile game developer, and we are accessing one of the largest, fastest growing markets in the world. Very simply, mobile is eating the world. 50% of the world has a smartphone in their hand. It started in 2007 with the introduction of the iPhone. It has continued to grow with no signs of slowing. Then if we look at gaming and mobile games, gaming is eating mobile. What do most people do on their mobile phones? Predominantly, they're spending money and playing games. Overwhelmingly on iOS, mobile gaming is the highest revenue generator. It dwarfs all other areas combined. Then if you look at the entertainment sector that we participate in, the gaming is the entertainment vertical at the moment. Gaming is growing faster than all other areas and is actually bigger than every other entertainment sector combined. That's music, TV, movies, etc. So if you're gaming, you're mostly likely doing it on a mobile phone. And if you're enjoying entertainment, you're most likely enjoying gaming in that space. So just quickly, Leaf at a glance. We're a mobile powerhouse. We are also Canada's largest publicly traded mobile game company. We're headquartered in Vancouver, 150 plus employees, roughly 2 studios currently in Eastside Games and Leaderly Games. Our main markets are English-speaking world, predominantly US, UK, Australia, Europe, and Canada. We operate a distributed studio model and have a software technology platform that we believe will disrupt the way games are developed in the market. Just to give you an idea of the size and scope, we've finished last year with reported numbers of 80 million in total revenue, 11 million plus in adjusted EBITDA, and we exited Q4 with 23 million in revenue. And we refer to it as a 232 because we doubled our revenue, tripled our EBITDA, and doubled our quarterly revenue in the past year. We have a portfolio of 10 games. We are leaders in the casual idle genre that we participate in terms of revenue generated. And we have a very robust pipeline of 7 games coming in 2021. Just to walk you through our journey, I'll highlight right now we're in a very firm structure phase after graduating to the TSX in 2021 February with the acquisition of Eastside Games for $159 million in cash and equity. We've appointed KPMG as our auditors. We've brought on a seasoned public markets CFO, but we haven't slowed down our journey because we have just signed an LOI for Truly Social Games as an additional studio to bring into our group. How do we make money? We have 3 revenue generating pillars of growth that I'll tap onto and speak about. Our first is portfolio and product. This is our publishing and games development side of our business. We generate free-to-play mobile games that create revenue by in-app purchases and ad revenue. The mix is roughly 70-30 between in-app purchases and ads. We focus on IP-driven games, and you'll see a couple of the names that we have launched into the market, such as Archer with FX, as well as It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Goldberg with other studios in the US, and Trailer Park Boys, as well as Cheech and Chong Bud Farm. Our second portfolio is our distributed growth portfolio. This is what we refer to as our blue sky, or technology platform that allows developers to develop games faster, cheaper, with a higher propensity of success. We generate a very high margin SaaS type revenue with an upside sweetener on participation of the royalties in the games in the back end. And then lastly, M&A. This is our acquired growth pillar, where we look for accretive or scale and unit economics improving studios, and our revenue consolidator in the space. We have 2 acquisitions already under our belt and a third one in play. Just to underline some highlights that we've had since the start of the year that line up with each one of our growth pillars. I'll just pick and choose a few ones of note. Most recently, we signed a major deal with WoW Productions for the worldwide global rights to RuPaul's Drag Race. This is an absolute coup for ourselves. One, because it creates a category that is being absolutely underserved in the free-to-play mobile space, and that's the LGBTQ+ category. And secondly, we are leaning into this category with the most recognizable name in the space, with RuPaul and his Drag Race show, which is now shown in six countries globally, and is a massive success and Emmy Award-winning production. In our technology platform or distributed growth, we brought on 5 partners already in 2021. I'll highlight 2 which show our geographic reach expanding, which is Mighty Kingdom, who we just signed up in April. They are based in Australia and are the largest independent developer in that country, as well as Bigfoot Games, who are based in South America, Argentina specifically, who are allowing us to gain further sort of a base in new markets for us to build up and grow our network. On top of that, we've done some very innovative stuff with our Idle Kit platform, which is introducing a game creation tool set that allows developers to introduce non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, into the space. We think this is an absolutely exciting area in the what was referred to as the metaverse now, where you start to blend or blur the lines between games, where you can carry game-based assets from the virtual world into the game world. And additionally, we launched Bud Farm Nifty Stash as a part of this with Wax partnership, which is the largest marketplace for NFTs in the video game world, on 420, to sort of lean into and learn from doing versus learning from the outside. We're excited about this because one of our founders of Eastside Games was also the co-founder of Dapper Labs and co-creator of CryptoKitties, which is a unicorn in the space, and he's been shepherding us through this world. And then lastly, as I highlighted, M&A, we have an LOI out for our next acquisition, which we should close in Q2, which is for Truly Social Games, who was the developer with us for our Archer launch. When we talk about our portfolio, I highlighted earlier, we have 7 games in the pipeline. We have 3 major IPs that are yet to announce, partnered with major studios such as NBC and 2 global studios. We're very excited about this because we are building into the year, exiting with a $23 million run rate and $80 million full year. We are basically going to double our portfolio in the next year, bringing on top tier IP and revenue stacking as our current portfolio is moving into the high EBITDA and high earning optimization phase. So if we think about what we delivered last year and doubling the portfolio this year, we're excited about our opportunity going forward for further growth in 2021. Now, diving a little deeper into our Idle Kit platform, as we highlighted, this is an absolute blue sky for us to leverage. We've had very high interest from independent developers in professional studios. We have 9 announced partners on the kit currently, of which we use internally to build our games also. The big point about this is that it de-risks development for these studios, providing a build framework for them to develop idle-based games that also sits on their existing tool sets that they do to create, which is Unity and Steam. And it's a seamless tool for them to build upon and basically reduce time, reduce a cost, and increase the propensity of success. The huge benefit that we see from it, on top of this distributed revenue piece of recurring revenue on a SaaS-based margin, is that it's also an absolutely brilliant M&A pipeline. It gives us true clear line of sight of studios that we potentially can work with or could join our group in the future. So we consider it an incubator of sorts for creating a flywheel of growth or a flywheel of trapline for us to build further studios within our group. Truly Social is a perfect example of this, as we had worked with them for a year on the launch of a previous game. They fit our culture, they fit our model, and now we're working through them to be a part of the group. I'll highlight that we have 3 partnership types within the Idle Kit platform, ranging from, I'll say, lower investment of resources and time to higher investments of resources and time. And then correlated with that, we participate on the gross economics of on the back end of our partnerships based on this element. Very simply, we have simply a base license that is an invite only to our platform. This is low touch, low economics, but obviously because we're not leaning in with investment, it all drops to the bottom line. Our second partnership is Idle Kit plus publishing. Obviously, we lean a bit more and support on the publishing angle. Then the last part is Idle Kit plus publishing. And then if we bring IP to the game, such as we've done with RuPaul and others we're about to announce, then we're participating in the greatest element of the back-end gross economics. So sort of wrapping this all up with the next few slides, it's been an absolutely transformational year for ourselves. We doubled our full year revenue year over year. We tripled our EBITDA, as we highlighted. Our Q4 revenue was an exit of 23 million with very strong baseline fundamentals. We've had this 70% CAGR over the past 3 years. And our view is that we're just getting started on the journey. So there's plenty more opportunity for us to leverage our growth pillars going forward. Now, where do we sit regarding competition as far as public multiples? We highlight very simply that we fit in a mid-market consolidator world as far as a game publishing and distributed studio model. Our North Star is Stillfront, which is a $4 billion market cap company trading at LTM or NTM multiples between 7.5 and 5.5. But we really are excited about the blue sky opportunity when you look at gaming and platform tech, of which we operate in now with our Idle Kit platform. And then you start to see multiples in the mid 30s or low 20s as far as LTM and NTM, with examples such as Roblox and Unity. So we see ourselves as a mashup of these two, And when you look at our current valuation right now, we feel that there's a generational re-rate opportunity once we gain awareness in the market. And I would highlight that since we just graduated and listed on the TSX in early February, we're very early in the journey as far as building awareness for the company. Additionally, if I speak regarding gaming in general and the scarcity of opportunity to participate in the space, if you look at other companies coming out of Canada, what we're known for, which is either resource mining or more specifically recently cannabis, the global markets of those, I would argue we compete on, with gaming being a $159 billion market, but only having roughly 10 companies participating in this market. And we would highlight that only two in Canada specifically that are participating in the free-to-play model. So we feel that us being the largest publicly traded company in Canada are a very good on-ramp for institutional players as well as retail players if you want to participate in this space. It's not very different in the US. There's only about 5 major players in the mobile gaming space. One was just acquired by EA, which is Glue, and 2 on the platform area, Roblox and Unity, that just entered into the market. Now, speaking about capitalization, where we sit as a company, I'll just highlight we're very closely held from an insider ownership position, 67% insider ownership, locked up of it, which is 80% over the next 3 years in various escrows. We've also been buyers in the market when blackouts haven't obscured this. We've been purchasing anywhere from 38 to 43%, 43 cents in the market post our listing and offering because we're very long in the stock and believe in what we're doing and feel that once people realize what Leaf has in hand, that valuation will quickly change. We have 2 analysts covering us right now, Haywood Securities, as well as 8 Capital that just provided coverage at the end of April with buy ratings and a target of upwards of $1 on the stock. Now, companies aren't made up of anything but people, and people are the key drivers for that. So just talking about shaping our vision, I will highlight that we have 60 years of combined experience in mobile games and mobile game development across everyone from EA as well as Magellan and Eastside Games. As far as combined experience in IP management and marketing, we have over 50 years plus. Myself's background was with IMG and Endeavor, or now Endeavor, that just listed on NYSE. Mike Edwards, my co-founder, had experience with CAA, and we have very deep ties with all the major studios from our time working with major IP. On top of this, we have roughly 100 years of AAA game building experience across our studios, everyone from the likes of EA, Rockstar, Ubisoft, Disney. So very strong pedigree of games, mobile, venture, and entrepreneurship, top to bottom. So wrapping this up in 6 simple boxes, we believe Leaf Mobile is positioned to capitalize on multiple opportunities. One, we think we have a generational re-rate opportunity of being a tech platform as well as a studio consolidator to come in line with the current valuations of companies in the space. We have our idle kit blue sky with our distributed growth model that allows us to drive SaaS-like revenue with a sweetener of royalties on the back end for our game development. We have a very strong trap line of M&A through our organic M&A flywheel with idle kit. We have world-class talent within the organization and attracting further leadership talent due to the fact that we're the largest publicly traded mobile game company in Canada. Timing, it's a watershed moment for gaming. Growth has been exponential, as well as we have very good tailwinds and a very strong total accessible market. And then lastly, scarcity, the ability for people to participate in this entertainment sector, as well as mobile being a huge growth segment. We are an access point for institutional capital and an on-ramp to the sector. So with that, I'll stop. And if any questions are here, I'd be very happy to answer them.
Awesome, Darcy. Thank you very much. Just one quick question here. Uh, I'm coming from like the news background, more sort of thing. So I'm when somebody says M&A, I'm like all over it. So, you were saying that was one of the sort of pillars that you guys are focused on. Can you comment on the types of mobile games you might be looking at for some kind of acquisition?
Yeah, I'll highlight we don't look for specific games. We more so focus on finding studios that we think have a mix of either we say adult management, strong revenue games with long life cycles, as
Yeah.
well as fit that would allow us to diversify away from what we have currently in our portfolio, or games that we think are under exploited, and we feel
Mhm.
we can bring value to the market from that side. So I wouldn't say that we look specifically for RPG or core or
Right.
mid-core. It's a choice of whether we think it fits our model and whether we think we can add value as a group to that and their portfolio of games.
Hey, super smart, super smart. Love it. Darcy Taylor, he is CEO at Leaf Mobile. It's ticker LEAF on the TSX. And I'm sure, Darcy, in a sec here, we're going to get the website popped up. There it is, leafmobile.io, if you're looking for more information on Leaf. Thank you very much for joining, sir.
Thank you, and please download any of our games. I think you'll find them very enjoyable.
Awesome. We have a good weekend.
You too as well.